and I were born and raised up in Chicago, west side of Chicago. My dad and mom are from here, from Muhlenberg County. All their sisters and brothers, all my aunts and uncles are from here. And we used to come down here every summer. My dad would bring us down, and we were kind of raised thinking that maybe his ship was going to come in and he was going to bring us all back down to Kentucky. You know, he left here because there wasn't a lot of work around here except for coal mines and that, unless your father owned a business like a shoe store or barber shop or something. And so he went to get factory work there. And some of my uncles went to other places like Detroit to work in the factories. We ended up in the Chicago area. But we kept coming down here all the time. And it was always real pretty. The town of Paradise used to sit on the Green River. And that's no longer there anymore, but it was almost like out of a Walt Disney movie, you know. There was this little old black guy named Bubby Short that lived in the town. And Bubby would go out, all he did was catch fish all day, just caught catfish, you know. He'd swap them for beer at night. And then he had a sister, Jenny, who would tell you ghost stories. And, it's a real interesting place. This area was real rich in music. Everly Brothers are from here. And Merle Travis is from here. And Bill Monroe is just across the river in Ohio County from Muhlenberg County. And his brother Charlie Monroe, too. There's a lot of music down here. You know, so I guess when I started writing, you know, some of my songs seemed more rural than somebody in Chicago should be writing them, you know. Donald and Lydia are they're each about 4 different people. And I made a composite out of them to make the characters in the song. And I knew that the guy's name was going to be Donald, but I didn't know quite what to call this girl who I had a picture of her, you know, in my mind. And I went out and bought a baby book, and I stood out on the back steps and just hollered. I started out at A, like, you know, Amanda or whatever, and started screaming these names until it sounded like this old fat girl kept running into dinner. And that's when I got to Lydia, so that's how I called her Lydia. Small town, bright light, Saturday night. Pinballs and pool halls are flashing their lights. Making change behind the counter in a penny arcade sat the fat girl daughter of Virginia and Ray. Lydia. Lydia hid her thoughts like a cat behind her small eyes, sunk deep in her past. She read a romance magazine up in her room and felt just like Sunday on Saturday afternoon. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your heart. Bunk bed, shaved head, Saturday night. A warehouse of strangers with 60 white lights. Staring through the ceiling, just wanting to be one of too many, a young PFC. Donald. There were spaces between Donald and whatever he said. Strangers had forced him to live in his head. He'd envision the details of romantic scenes after midnight in the stillness of the back of the train. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your heart.
Hot love, cold love, no love at all. A portrait of guilt is hung on the wall. Nothing is wrong and nothing is right. Donald and Lydia made love that night. Love. They made a love in the mountains. They made a love in the streams. They made a love in the valleys. They made a love in their dreams. But when they were finished, there was nothing to say, 'cause mostly they made love from 10 miles away. But dreaming just comes natural, like the first breath from a baby, like sunshine feeding daisies, like the love hidden deep in your hearts.
Donald and Lydia.